Okay, man. We back on this game because I felt like yesterday we got off a little early, even though it was an hour long. I wasn't ready to get off, but I had to. So we back on this today. It's probably gonna be short. I'm not sure. Whenever the to be continue pop up, that's when I'm gonna be done. I know how that to be continue thing goes. But let me make sure this audio is cool. Hopefully it's cool. Alright. Now it's 32 seconds in. I don't know how I sounded in the first 5 seconds. Hopefully it wasn't jitting around. But oh wait, hold on. Almost forgot the intro. Steph PG3 here, and I arrived back in the Ace Attorney trilogy. This is gonna be another good video. Y'all know what I always say. When the audio worked the first time, it ain't getting around. It's a good video. Let's get into it. Let's go. Alright, we was about to, press Alice. Why was I about to call her Alice? Press Iris. We was in the middle of this, we had to stop. But we back into it today. We back into it. Alright, night of the crime. We read all this. We seen all this. Alright, Sister Bikini, obviously, she's the only one that seen her that night. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Oh my lord. Did I mute it? Oh, I didn't mute TV. Thought I forgot. Her testimony in court today was very clear. The night I was helping the acolyte with her training in her temple, but well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I still can't believe Iris, Dahlia, and Pearl are all our sisters. That threw me off. I had a feeling, they look, Dahlia and, literally look. They don't look different besides the hair color. So I just had that feeling that they were related somehow. Maybe she got reincarnated. You never know. Sometimes you look exactly like people that you aren't related to. But I just had the feeling that they were somehow related. There's no way, right? So they turned out to be twin sisters, so that wasn't that surprising. But the Pearl thing, that was crazy. And the Misty thing just popping out like this is just what let's get back into what Iris is about to say here. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m. I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Okay, hold on. Is this? Nah, it's not this, right? It's some type of paper to tell the time, right? It gotta be our testimony, right? Out at 10 p.m. the murder discovered. Wait. Nah, actually the hood. Because during that time period they met and she gave him the hood. So yeah, yourself testified to the contrary. Don't you remember? You said you rang the light bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me, Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. Alright, one more left. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in two different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There is only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were two of you, you were at the inner temple. Bro, the only way for it to be two of her, somebody had the chant, like somebody, and then nah, that was the note left by Larry, so that doesn't really. It would have to be two of her, bro. She couldn't be like it did. Yeah, it'd have to be that one. On the night of the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible. I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? And show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. I'm not gonna lie. This is the only thing you can think of, because this is literally her twin. Like, who else could look like her, bro? That means, bro, somebody had to channel Dahlia, bro. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Wow. Oh. Bro. The only people that can channel, right, is Pearl. She said she lost her power, that's suspicious, and she had the psychic locks. She had Elise. Now Elise, she the master of it, so you know she can do it. And then the only one left is Maya. So either Maya did it, Pearl did it. I don't really see a reason why she would do that though. I don't think Misty would do it. So it's either Pearl or Maya. Pearl or Maya is the only means going on here. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I've been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? You were involved? What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to heck. Our mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. Dang, who is this man? But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. Bro, this is really a battle between family. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. Now that we have context, it makes sense why Dahlia reacted the way she did to Mia. Because even though Mia may not know Dahlia, I'm pretty sure Dahlia knew who Mia was. Especially if I'm her mom, you know. Morgan ain't a good person. You know, that whole family is cooked. Now that I think, that whole part of the family is fried. Dahlia, bad person. Morgan, bad person. The only two people that came out good in this is Iris and Pearl. And their father is just as bad. So you got two good people out of a family of 5. Is that not crazy, dog? But before long, the credibility of the Crane tradition hit rock bottom. The new master Mystic Misty Fay made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated that place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there. That's when you came here to Hazakura Temple? Yes, the woman my father took, as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh, and I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Oh, I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fae clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She says she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Oh, hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you. I promise. Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Yeah, Pearl's psychic lock. Bro, we need to know. So, since we know they'd be pulling off the little switching thing. So my guess is, even though he didn't ask her, I'm going to assume back in our first episode of this game, you know, Phoenix Dahlia obviously was with Dahlia Hawthorne, but the way he described her and the way how she was acting was two different ways. So is it possible that it was Iris he was actually in a relationship with, but like, but that means she'd have to like change her appearance though, right? There's no way they would have been able to get away with that because she has black hair. So that means she must have had dyed her hair or something. At least I'm just, or maybe I'm just assuming things that didn't actually happen. But there's no way, it had to be her. And judging by how she reacted to him and how she reacted to him when we first showed up here, he had to have been in a relationship with Iris, bro. And Dahlia just somehow, I don't know how that happened, but I'm sure that they were in a relationship, him and Iris. Even though he probably wouldn't notice because they look exactly alike, especially if Iris ever decided to dye her hair. It's like there's nothing, you know. Alright, so let's slide, bro. We gotta go. Okay, Pearl. It's time. Oh, February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Is she not here now? Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. Ha! You're too late, Nick. You came here for one of our potatoes. We've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Come on, Pearl. I never thought I'd have to do this to you, Pearl, but it has to be done. Have to be done. There's no way out of this one. The night of the crown. After dinner on the night of the murder, we were supposed to be in at least the auction's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in then. You didn't go. No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried, I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Miss Deoxy's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. She was worried about Maya, bro. Had to be. On the night of murder, you went to the... Obviously, I didn't really get to read, but obviously she went to the Ender Temple. Because how else would she have ended up over there? And nobody could find her until he was able to go to that side. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is Maya, obviously. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. I signed up for your special course. Well, my. Quite brave of you consider how cold it is. Young people could be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Ho. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? Because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me worry and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Ender Temple. And we're clear now that you went to the Ender Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the Ender Temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. There was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. You heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple's bell pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of the bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible. He was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls. Why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell is because of this. Okay. So obviously, it has to be this right here. Because obviously it wasn't Maya that was burning things. So, and Pearls was on that side. So it has to be this burnt letter. Has to be. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Where did you... In the incinerator at the end of the temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? No. As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. The last section is still fairly legible. As you've seen, did I say that right? I don't know. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. So she was the one that channeled Dahlia. Figured, because it couldn't have been Maya, and Misty wouldn't do it. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person who was trying to channel that night, Pearls was. Wait. I was about to overthink it, but nah, it's obvious. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Dang. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was, asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Alright. Y'all think it... Bro, who else could it be? It has to have been Morgan, bro. Because who else would she just blindly listen to like that if it isn't her mom? You know, she didn't see Elise. She didn't see Elise. Maya wasn't there. She probably would listen to Maya. It had to be it gotta be Morgan. Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? Like, and obviously we just got it right, but it makes sense because Morgan would really be the only one to know about Dahlia outside of Phoenix and Edgeworth. So it makes a lot of sense. But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Pearl, don't cry. Don't cry, man. But we gotta get this truth out of you, man. Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, I... Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? You're trying to say I followed these instructions? I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, girls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were careful following the instructions you've been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Can we tap on it? We actually can. I never even tapped on it. Oh, picture of her. Use it on your channel. I know you can do it. It's just gravely roast the master in the fires of the. She looked at gravely and thought of gravy. She looked at gravely and thought of gravy. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? What? Why would I do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast that master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Deoxum on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Oh, then would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Miss Deoxum taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I think of was the food, and that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea, just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. She shouldn't even have put you in that spot to begin with, Pearls. It's okay. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of leftover gravy. The gravy. I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master of Korean, like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, when you found yourself trapped at there in the temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bear wasn't there anymore. There was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator and I heated up the leftover gravy and let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. They used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring, so you channeled Dahlia, Hawthorne's spirit. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and I tried. yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll work out. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's only one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is, anyway? It could have happened if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Whoa! The only other person that could have been doing this is Maya then. Maya channeled Dahlia? Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. I mean, that's a lie. You could. But then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne? I'm a failure. Couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish. Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. What is she about to die? What? I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me the time we'll been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully and it'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Wow. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her, too. Dang, bro. Her mother is sick, bro. She manipulated this child, bro. Like what she wanted to do was not good for the clan at all, actually. And Pearls was going to carry that out off the thought of she thought she was doing good for the clan. If she would have succeeded, she would have just ruined everything. And then she would have had to live with that guilt of doing that because her mother told her to. A 9-year-old was about to do something that crazy because her mom told her to. That's crazy. See, that you wouldn't expect your mom to basically make you do something like that. But some moms, all moms not good moms, man. Like now I think about it, man, I know she's a bad person, but if her father didn't basically forcefully take her and her twin away, I think she would have turned out how she was. Probably. Going under Morgan, she still was hating. So I don't know, man. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so, yeah. There was a picture with her letter, too. A picture? Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken as if someone had already opened it once before. That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha. Oh, look at this, bro. Where did you just come from, Godot? Where did you just hide from? Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot? The entrance to the sacred coverings looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about his iris and a lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but and you were the only one who was by their side. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha. Did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true? He'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Dog. We just about to get... My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child, my Pearl. Oh. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. And finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Whoa. They gonna hit us with a to be continued after that? Bro! Wait. I don't know, bro. Now I'm confused, bro. I'm just so confused now. Like, so Maya had to channel Dahlia. She had to be the one that opened the letter up first and channeled her. Because who else could have done it? Who else could have done it, dog? But alright, man. That's the end of the video. Like, share, subscribe if you do. Turn post notifications on. This is actually a lot longer than I thought it was. Sheesh. Why does Goldot believe that Phoenix had anything to do with Mia's death the first time? Like, I said the first time, like it was another time that she died. Like, why does he think he did that? He wasn't even there. He didn't even know. How would he, like, Mia didn't tell me she was doing that. Only he found out after she died. So why does he blame him for that? Now, the Maya thing, he has been doing a good job of protecting Maya. You know, go back to when she got kidnapped. He literally helped her get free. I mean, but he wouldn't know that. But still, that's crazy. Alright, man. That gotta be, I'm not gonna lie, thinking back, that's one of my favorite episodes. That Matt at Gertie Jones Ed Jones was up there. You know what? After we done the game, I know I don't know. I might ramble a little bit at the end of that video. You know, I always chat a lot at the end of a game, but yeah, I might have to give my rankings for my favorite episodes, because I definitely got some favorites, definitely. But that's the end of the video, y'all. I hope y'all, excuse me, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Turn post notifications on. I don't know where we gonna end up next. I don't know if it's gonna go to the courtroom or, well, most likely that's what typically happens when they hit you with a to be continued after you like gathering information. But I feel like we just, it's like I feel like we just missing more things. We just missing stuff, bro. Like, I feel like we're just missing stuff. But I'm out, man.